Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to swap the key tumblers or the key mechanism in a gas cap. This one is from a Honda 599 or a Honda Hornet. This one's from a Honda 919. They're the same size. I had this one powder coated black, but my wife likes the silver color, so I'm swapping them. Of course, when you unlock the gas cap, this is the locking mechanism. This little ring is what pushes down and lets you take your key back out. I'm going to keep the key in there because it makes it a little bit easier to take the tumblers out. So I can just pull on the key to bring them out. But anyways, I'll show you how to take these apart. First things first, when you take them off the gas tank, you notice there are 7 bolts around the outside. You only need to remove the bottom 2. Again, this is the way the bike is facing. You need to remove the bottom 2 and the top 1. This may differ for your different bikes, but this is how it works for most Hondas. So again, bottom 2 and top 1. The rest are just there for show. So on the bottom of the gas cap, there is use this one, rubber gasket that seals to the tank. What you'll need to do, if I can do this holding the camera, is pry underneath this gas cap and you will see a small metal ring in there. You can see it there. If you search around, there's a portion of this ring that has a notch in it, and it's just sitting in there, so it may slide around a little bit. Sorry for the shaky camera. Just looking for that spot. I don't see it, but I'll just pry it up. So anyways, you want to pry this ring up. And I'm going to set the camera down for this and I'll come back, but you want to use 2 screwdrivers and just use one to pull back the rubber O-ring and another to kind of pop the ring out. I'll show you what that looks like in a sec. Okay, you can see here I've mostly removed the ring. I just pried around the outside of it. This rubber's pretty tough as well. Don't be too afraid of prying back pretty hard. It's not going to tear. So I'll pull this ring out. It's a lot harder to do one-handed than it looks. Okay, that's the notch I was looking for. I did bend this a little bit, but it bends right back, so don't worry about bending the ring. Just make sure it's flat when you put it back in. Okay, so the next part is underneath that ring. There's one right there. You will find see it out of the light here. There we go. You'll find 3 Phillips head screws. You'll need to remove all 3 of those. When you do that, once the 3rd one comes out, that detaches this base layer from the top. You want to be careful because there is a spring in there and a couple other components, so you don't want to let this pop off. So keep it sandwiched together with your hands as you take those screws out. Okay, so I've removed the 3 screws. I highly recommend using a magnetized screwdriver tip because it can be kind of hard to get those screws out from under there without doing that. It's ready to separate now. If you can see, it's already loose. I just wanted to mention one thing. One of these screws sits right underneath the locking mechanism. If you know, and the way to actually take the key out, I can set the camera down here. The way to take the key out, you actually push down on this center ring and the key will spin. And that's what lets you take it out. Except I already undid the lock. So anyways, what I did is I actually put the key back in to lock it, or to unlock it, excuse me, there we go. I actually just unlocked it so that I could pull this mechanism back in so I could get the screwdriver on top of it. Without that, it was kind of a funky angle and I didn't want to strip the screw head. So anyways, to unlock the key or to get the key out, that's how you get it out. You push down on that ring. It's kind of these 2 hands, there you go. Click that and your key will come out. So again, I'm going to leave it in there because it's easier to get the tumblers out doing, leaving the key in there. So, all right, next step. Okay, so here's the inside of the 919 gas cap. I wanted to show you the difference. I'm not sure why they have this. Maybe it just adds a little more tension on the lock. I don't know. It has a little plastic tray in here. It does come out. The first time I disassembled this, I actually wasn't paying attention. This flew all over the place. So, so this pops out, and then there's also a small spring and a plug. Maybe it's for expansion plug or vapor release or something. So, anyways, there's a small plug in there with a very small O-ring. Drops down into that hole. Good shot. And then it has this little just retaining clip that goes inside this little half moon shaped thing. So you don't need to take that out. I'm just showing you so that if it comes apart on you and you don't know how to put it back together, that's how it goes back together. One last thing to note too, I should have mentioned this before, when you take that ring out, you do have to have the key in the lock because the ring probably won't fit over these. You may be able to get it off, but and that's probably what this little lip here is for, is to slide over this to take it out. But it's a lot easier if you just unlock the gas cap and then have the key in it. It's a lot easier. So, all right, I'm going to swap tumblers. One last thing I forgot to mention is that I misplaced this spring earlier before I put it underneath. This little plastic clip is not where it goes. This little spring and what looks like a pressure tip or a kind of a sealed tip there goes in that hole right there. So make sure you put it back in the right spot. I put it in the wrong one, and I think I had it in the wrong spot when I put it back together. So that's where it goes. Okay, so I've taken apart the other gas cap, and I've got the tumblers ready to put back in. It is easier to take this O-ring out, mostly because when I was putting the other one in, I noticed that it kind of pinched. So I took that out. So it's pretty easy to stick it back in. I should show you this. If you notice, there's two little nubs on the end there. When you look inside, it does fit a certain way. It can either go up or down, just depends. This isn't kind of an ambidextrous key, so it doesn't matter which way you want it. Just slide that in there. And make sure it locks. You can pull the ring in the back. The key will spin and come out. And then you just reverse the process. Of course, I'm going to put the rubber thing back on this one, the rubber gasket, put the plate back on, put the 3 screws in, and then the metal O-ring. And then of course, don't forget, when you need to take the key out, you need to press down on this outside ring right here. See it move? Press down on that, and that's what lets you get the key out. You'll need to take it out in order to get the top on. And that's it. That's how you change the key mechanism or the tumblers out of a gas cap, at least for a Honda. Thanks for watching.